Welcome back, everybody, to the Champions Club. So this is a look at the complete league phase table. Arsenal have won the league phase, 24 points. They've got Bayern just behind them, all the way down to 8th place Manchester City Sporting also in there. Then you've got the middle group from Real Madrid into PSG, the reigning champions, Newcastle, Juventus, all the way down to the newcomers, Carabao, Bodo Glimt, and then Benfica that just scraped in with the final goal that we saw from the goalkeeper. Then in the elimination zone, they are out of this season's Champions League. Marseille, Paphos, Union Saint-Gilloise, all the way to the bottom, to the four that we knew were eliminated coming into this match day: Frankfurt, Slavia Prague, Villarreal, and Kairat Almaty. So we just had a look at the team's chances to win it all, to be a dark horse, but we're going to talk about the best teams of the season so far, the team of the season, we should say. Why don't you start, Tones, with the goalkeeper?
Yeah, Nigel's our head coach. Grella was the assistant, and I was the goalkeeper coach. I picked David Raya. They've only given, he didn't play today, but they've only given 3 goals in the competition. It was hard not to go with him.
No arguments, right, with David Raya and his record this season has been pretty incredible. Okay, across the back, you've got Van de Ven, Saliba and Jules Koundé as well. Nigel, did you make these selections?
It was a team effort, Poppy. You know, it just wasn't on me. We all made a team effort to make it. If anyone has any questions or maybe a player that we overlooked, anyone, Jen, do you think?
Yeah,
Gabby.
I must have been out of the room when that happened. I thought Gabby was in this team.
How many Arsenal players you want to put in there? Like, come on, it's got to be balanced.
Yeah, for sure. You can't have the whole back line, but defensive record, I don't know, I'm a big Gabby fan.
If you had to pick one or the other, Gabby or Saliba, who would it be?
Saliba.
I'm a big Gabby fan, but I'll pick Saliba.
Really? I think probably Gabby. But
no,
okay,
Saliba.
Fine. Both very fantastic players, yep.
Okay, in the midfield, you've got Szoboszlai, Declan Rice and Vitinha as well. Nigel, I know you put Vitinha in there because you absolutely love him, don't you?
1000%. Listen, I think Declan Rice is in the conversation for one of the best midfielders in the world. But right about now, Vitinha is the best midfielder in world football. Talented player. He's come up big for Paris Saint-Germain in this group stage with some goals, and he scored some absolute bangers. And I just don't think there's a midfielder playing in the same level that he is right now in world football.
Another gunner in there, Declan Rice. No arguments with that, Jen?
No arguments, but one that stands out is Szoboszlai for me. I think nobody would have put him in at the start of the season. I think he's been a credit to Liverpool, how incredible he's been, not just from a Premier League standpoint, but Champions League as well. He's been one of the best players, so...
Yeah, OK, good stuff. So then Lopez we've got in there. And then the top 3 is Anthony Gordon, Kylian Mbappe and Michael Olise. Gordon, we just looked at his numbers up there with Mbappe and the best of the best so far this season. Grell, the goals that he's contributed in the Champions League have far outweighed the Premier League.
Yeah, and then I would also say for the front 3, front 4, fun to watch. A lot of these guys made this not only just because of stats, but they're fun to watch. Gordon's fun to watch because he come inside and score. He can beat you on the dribble, beat you in transition. So many fun moments from him. Mbappe we showed before the show, and he shows us in real time today with the 2 goals. Now he's at 13. He has to get to 17 to get the record. He's got the extra 2 games because Real Madrid dropped to 9th place. So he might be able to beat the historic record of Cristiano Ronaldo in this competition. That would be fantastic. And then Olise also just a super talent of a player.
You do feel sorry for the likes of Harry Kane, really and truly. Harry Kane is a player that easily could have been up there as well. But, you know, try to share the love and everything.
Was it close then for Harry Kane? Who would have come out for Harry Kane?
We only wanted to put one true number 9, right?
Yeah.
One guy, and then we had to go with Mbappe just because of the goals, right? But if you told me that Harry Kane, if you want to fudge the lineup a little bit and take Gordon out, put Harry Kane in, I can understand. But we wanted to give one number 9, and I actually brought up Harry Kane. I got yelled at by my head coach, and that was it. He said, we're putting one number 9 in, so that was it. We put Mbappe in.
Hey, we've got to be fair. We've got to be fair. You can't take him out. The numbers he's doing are fantastic, going under the radar, and takes nothing away from Harry Kane in the season that he's having.
We should have had a bench, really ready to come on.
You're right, Jen. I mean, it's a surprise as well that nobody from Manchester City. In other years past, you'd get to the end of the league phase or the end of the group stage and you would assume somebody from Manchester City.
Who would you put in there?
Haaland again is the only one.
Haaland and maybe Turkey in Champions League has been good, right? So, but
Haaland,
those are
Turkey,
the only,
and probably Donnarumma right now. They're the only ones that you could probably say, but Haaland will probably be the overall favourite. I can't believe you mentioned the bench.
Why?
You know we don't like to sit on the bench. Well, You know, we don't like to sit on the bench.
Just in terms of bringing other people into the
Grella, catching.
Yeah, that's it. She hit me in the throat. That's it. He just shot my head off. See you later. See you next week.
Yeah, Nigel could be the captain of the starting 11. You could be the captain of the bench.
On the mushroom squad.
I mean, it's fair and balanced for the teams that we've seen in there and what they've achieved so far in this competition.
Yeah.
I think it's
I
fair
think
and balanced.
the back 3 or 4, those were the hardest ones to pick, right?
Yeah.
Those were, we struggled with those the most.
Okay, with the mid-season awards then, after the league phase, we did a poll to see who's been the best player so far in this Champions League campaign. Kylian Mbappe's at the top. Harry Kane's just behind them, and then you have got Declan Rice and Anthony Gordon in there as well. Would you all agree with the poll that Kylian Mbappe's been the best player so far this Champions League campaign?
I mean, when they say the best players, again, numbers and strikers and scoring goals. There's always an extra love for that when so many players in different positions can be absolutely massive to their team and their success. I would say Vitinha, for me, still should be in there in what he brings and does for Paris Saint-Germain. And again, you look at goalkeepers as well. Raya's made some great saves for Arsenal as well. So he's become important as their 2 centre-backs. So it's different.
I like Grella's analysis earlier, though, on Mbappe. Just with 3 players around him, his runs in behind, his pace can just kind of kill any team in that sense. So when you're looking at players that are top of those leaderboards in that sense, it's players that can create something out of nothing. That's what this guy does.
Anthony Gordon as well. We did talk about him in the pre-show because he has some interesting comments about how good the Champions League is compared to the Premier League. So we did have a fan question that said, I'm going to say it, is the Premier League is more difficult than the Champions League. 5 of the 6 Premier League teams are in the top 8, despite many of them struggling in the Premier League. Can you see the reasoning with that?
I can indeed. I'm going to let Grella have this one there because he said on break that he can see Tottenham Hotspurs winning this competition. And then he actually had a look at Tottenham's fixture list and you're going to stick still by that?
The question there is that if the Premier League is the best league in the world because there's 6 of the top 8 are English teams?
Right. It's basically saying, is the Premier League more difficult than the Champions League?
If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong as well, but the last 15 Champions League winners, 10 of them were Spanish teams. Right, Real Madrid and Barcelona have dominated this competition.
Yeah.
So I think to say a blanket statement that the Premier League is the best league in the world in terms of competition would be wrong because you have the Real Madrids, the Bayern Munichs, the Barcelonas of the world, right? That compete every single year that are better than some of the English teams as well. So, yeah, best league in terms of its marketing and its entertainment value for sure. Is it clearly the best football league, best footballing nation out of all the other ones?
You're
I'm not
6
so sure.
of the 11.
I'm not so sure.
Playing
Do you
in the
get
Premier
trophies?
League?
Do you get trophies for the group stage format?
I would jump on that. I'll say, look, it's great, but it doesn't matter it doesn't mean anything if a Premier League team doesn't win it. That's the thing. I think this competition we've seen again, it's all about form and momentum. It's knockout competition, and I think for me, yes, it's great the Premier League sides have done it, but you have to go on to win it.
Well, and also Premier League teams play each other every single time. League phase, you can avoid certain teams to get to where you're at. So I think you have to look at that when answering that question.
Very true. Good point. Very quickly, does an English team win it, yes or no, this season?
I have to say, if they don't, it'll be bad because they've got the numbers advantage.
Yeah.
So you'd have to say that in numbers advantage, they should.
Yeah.
6 teams.
Trying to figure out how to say no in this one.
Well, you picked Bayern, right?
But yeah,
So,
I
yeah, you
like
took
Bayern. Bayern would be and not because I want to say no. I'm trying to figure out the other side of the argument, and I still think Arsenal's the favorite right now to win it. But yeah, it's going to be hard with all the opportunities they have.